Welcome back, Sports Tonight on Channels Television. We're broadcasting live from our sports center in Lagos, Nigeria. We told you at the start of the program that you can be part of the show because this show is designed for you. You can talk to us on Twitter, Channels_Sports, Facebook, Channels IFA Sports. We're taking a look at table tennis in Nigeria and one for the future, talking about the Africa Junior Table Tennis Championship that will serve off in Tunis on the 9th of this month. On Saturday, Trails Team Nigeria. They might not just be going because of funding. Oh yeah, we were listening to Olekan, and even Olekan at some point couldn't just understand what's going on.
Yeah, I can understand how Olekan feels because he's a journalist that has covered this. I mean, he's passionate about table tennis. He wants the best for this country. He has followed some of the top stars, from the grassroots level to when they got to the pinnacle of their career. So he knows the terrain. He knows the process. And once that process is truncated, what it means is that we are going to start all over again. He said it. If we don't go for this championship, then it will take another 4 years.
4 years.
So these lads are they going to wait till another 4 years?
And we have a good window. A good window to start preparing for Tokyo 2020. Absolutely. With this talent. Hold your thoughts. Olekan is back on the program. Olekan, good to have you back. Olekan, let's talk about the Nigeria Table Tennis Federation. What are they doing about this?
I think from what I heard, the federation has put everything in place. The players, nobody is asking them for kits. But the players have been preparing. I remember a few weeks ago, Funke Oshonaike came around for a clinic, and some of these players, majority of these players are part of the clinic. And I could tell you that some of these players are ready. They have been trained. I spoke to some of them, like Asif Sholanke, Tosin Oriba-Miche. They told me that Funke has imparted a lot of things in them. They need to go out there and play against their counterparts in Egypt. We are talking about the gap between us and Egypt. If we don't go for this competition like this, the gap will continue to expand. But our new player needs to go out there and play against their counterparts. We are not only playing against Egypt. We are playing against Tunisia. We are playing against Algeria. These are countries that knows what it means to invest in young people. I'm going to tell you, Tunisia has a lot of young players now, and they are playing well. And if a player don't go, you know what it means? It means that we are going to lose them for another 1 year. We're still going to come back again and start building again. I think it is good for us to go. I know the federation has tried their best. They have done a lot. They have organized so many things. They have organized youth program for this young player. I know last year they had about 4 programs for young people, And this year, Funke has started with the young program, the young players program. All these players took part in that Funke Oshonaike's program. I think it is. I'm also appealing to the Ministry of Youth and Sport. Like the minister always said, he said it's for young grassroots. I think this is a time to put more to action with this sponsoring this thing to Tunisia.
Thank you so much, Olalekan Okusan, for speaking to us on the program. We appreciate your time. That's the situation. The Nigeria Junior Table Tennis team might not compete at the Africa Junior Table Tennis Championship in Tunis. Barrister Solomon Dalong loves the grassroots, and in the words of Olekan Okusan, Minister, it's about time for us to prove this. It's about time for us to say we want to secure the future of sports in this country, because you know why? It's becoming worrisome. Aaron Quad refunded himself to go qualify for the Olympics. Segun Toriola did the same thing. We remember the Sudan competition too. Even Bode did the same thing. When will they stop? Because these guys are young guys now. They cannot do that. And then you rob them or destroy their chance of proving or taking their career to the next level. It's just disheartening. Yeah,
it's quite unfortunate. I was just discussing with O'Neill before we got on air. It is high time the ministry made a categorical statement on other sports. Because really, if you really want to grow that sport, the nature of it demands that you are going to have to invest. You are going to have to take time. You are going to sponsor people for meets. The minister should be able to have the means of moving around the corporate circle, to generate sponsors. It's going to cost money. People are not going to drop from the sky and become champions. They are made, they are encouraged, they are built, they go for tournaments. It will require sponsorship. They will require coaches. These are things, structures that the minister talked about that we need to put in place if we are to have world beaters. But as it is now, it's obvious that, you know, when you mention the names of people who are sponsoring themselves, if that is the way we intend to get to the top, quite frankly, we are not serious.
I want to end this discussion because, I mean, it's not sweet. It shouldn't be said on TV. But I'm just trying to look for excuses around for the Ministry for Youth and Sport, whoever should be held responsible for these young lads. Maybe they didn't know on time, but no, this calendar comes out even before January. By December, we know that Tunisia will host the Africa Junior Table Tennis Championship. So we had enough time to prepare. We're not planning.
Also, there are no excuses. You know, I mean, for goodness sake, what you do as a minister, the beginning of the year, you call chairman of a federation or president, and you hold a stakeholders meeting. Bring your programs. Let us look at the more crucial. You know, this at this stage, very crucial. We're talking about sports development, talent discovery. Then you look at it, you discuss, and you look for ways of getting, you know, sponsorship, funding. If you're not going to, if the money is not going to be released because of government bureaucracy, there's always a way around it. We have seen, you know, administrators go out of their way, get money somewhere, knowing fully well that the money will be reimbursed. We don't want to listen to excuses. So there are really no excuses. I mean, we have had the minister say a lot of things about sports development, you know, trying to encourage athletes at this level. The last time it was in Akwa Ibom, your state, where he said that majority of the athletes will be...
We are planning for
the Olympic Games.
You know, 2024.
These are lofty ideas, but, you know, the countries that won medals, they didn't just come out and say something and went to bed.
Implementation.
You have to implement.
Structure.
You have to follow it through. You have to, you know, liaise with the federation presidents and look at the most crucial tournaments. The Toriolas that you have said, the quadris, you know, fortunately they escape from the system. You know, when you interview some of our ex-athletes, Olympians, they will tell you that they escaped from the system. That was why they were able to go far. But at this level, these athletes, these youngsters, who are going to who will build them up. You know, so I think the ministry, the sports minister, will have to, as a matter of urgency, do something so that these youngsters will get to Tunis.
Because
you know, I can't imagine them breaking down and, you know, getting emotional and crying.
I know. And as you're talking, I'm seeing their faces, talents. Aziz Sholanke plays very good table tennis. The first time I saw Abayomi and Imashan, I said, oh my goodness, that's our replacement for Segun Toriola or Aaron Okwadri. Amadi Ume is also playing good table tennis. Let's come to the ladies. For over 3 years now, we've been talking about Esther Tosin Oribamishe. This is the time for us to see how Esther can take her table tennis to the next level. The girl on your screen, she's from Kwara State, she's just 12. Sukurat Ayila Begon. The first time ever she wants to travel out of the country to compete. And it might not just happen.